Every friend group has that one thirsty guy, but in Arlen, Texas, it's Bill Dauterive that he's bald, he's lonely, and somehow he's the creepiest neighbor on TV. And in season 14, Bill goes too far. If you thought Dale was weird, wait until you see why Bill takes the crown. At first, Bill just looks like Hank's unlucky neighbor. Even his wife left him without a strong reason. He works as a barber for the army and spends too much time sitting shirtless in his yard. Most fans see him as comic relief, the guy you're supposed to feel sorry for. But here's the thing, Bill's not just some sad guy. He's the dude who makes everyone uncomfortable at the cookout. Under all that pity, there's something way too awkward going on. But all of that is nothing compared to Bill's obsession with Peggy Hill. Out of every woman in Arlen, Peggy is the one he just can't let go of, and honestly, it gets creepy fast. Early in the series, Bill always falls in love with anyone who shows him kindness. In Leanne's saga, Bill takes creepy desperation to a whole new level. He actually hooks up with Peggy's ex-sister-in-law, Leanne. Yeah, that heavy-duty mom. And bro, the house had a sofa, a bedroom, everything, but no, they picked the garage to hook up. Like, who even does that? Just look at Hank's face. You can totally tell how uncomfortable he is around her.
Please, close the door.
And then it gets even weirder. Leanne starts sniffing Bill's dirty feet. Like what? The woman's throwing punches left and right through the whole episode, but Bill's still standing there like, yep, that's wife material. At one point, she even lets out a that sounds like a 60-year-old uncle passed out in a recliner after Thanksgiving dinner. And somehow, Bill's staring at her like she's Miss Texas. You can just picture how desperate this man really is for a woman. I mean, that wasn't even his lowest point. A little later on, Bill pulls off something so awkward, it manages to creep out the whole gang on Christmas. So dude, this is the episode where Bill's desperation meter completely explodes. It kicks off with Bill crying. He's sitting in the alley with Hank and the guys, beer in hand, pain in his heart. He's like, I love Christmas, but it's also the anniversary of my divorce. Everyone else opens gifts on Christmas. Bill's still got presents wrapped for Lenore, waiting 7 years later. Like, seriously, what kind of guy saves gifts for his ex? Then Bill shows up at the Hill family dinner. And of course, he drags everyone down by talking about breakups. The man has a talent. He can take his own misery and ruin the whole room's mood with it. And wait for it, Bill finds a brand new way to fight his loneliness. He brings home a pet iguana and names it Lenore. Couldn't get a woman, so hey, a lizard will do. But the real cringe? Bill thought, if I make a little drama, maybe people will feel sorry for me. So this guy grabs Hank's ladder, climbs onto the roof, and jumps. The roof is only 8 feet high. Result? Just a scraped arm. Bro, at least be successful in something. Even failed at jumping. Then his desperation hits a new level. Bill puts on women's dresses and pretends,
I'm Lenore!
On Christmas Eve, Bill shows up at the party in full makeover. Dress, hat, necklace, the whole thing. Everyone's shocked. Hank, out of pity, throws on a dress too, just to cover for him.
Yeah, that's right. It's that kind of party.
But Bill's completely broken at this point. But the truth? Bill will always be desperate. Alright, enough build-up. In the next few episodes, you'll finally see why Bill is so insanely obsessed with Peggy. The man's behavior here isn't just sad, it's downright creepy. In Cotton's plot, Bill straight up steals Peggy's entire body cast and starts playing boggle with it. If that's not an obsession, I don't know what is. And remember, this is the same guy who ended up dating Con's mom. Yes, someone's actual mother. And honestly, that's exactly why no woman gives him the time of day. Then, in the Bill of Sales episode, he's basically glued to Peggy, watching her every move. And when Peggy couldn't even sell her own energy bars, Bill actually marched over to the army base and started selling them on her behalf. Like, bro, who does that? For someone else's wife? But when you really look closely at Bill's character, especially in those Bill-focused episodes, you realize something. This guy's not just a creep. He's also weirdly selfless. Like, remember when he went shopping with Leanne? Dude didn't buy a single thing for himself. He just kept buying stuff for her, one after another. Or when he helps Peggy, without expecting anything in return. Bill's the kind of guy who gives everything he has, even if nobody ever gives him anything back. That's what makes him tragic. He's pathetic, yeah, but also kind of pure-hearted in the dumbest way possible. But Bill's creepiness hit its ultimate peak in season 14. Just imagine, this dude is walking around Arlen telling everyone he's married to Peggy. Hank's out here just trying to sell propane, and suddenly he's at Bill's buddy's barbershop looking at fake wedding photos of his own wife.
And here thinks I'm married.
Blah!
His blood pressure went straight through the roof. He rushes home, tells Peggy, and she storms right over to Bill like,
Work too.
And this lie today.
"But Bill, this guy has a PhD in lying." Peggy even says, "Fine, if you're gonna lie, at least go big. Say you're the vice dean at the University of Texas." And Bill actually says,
Can't change the story now. That'd make me a liar.
"Bro, you've literally told the entire town you're married to Peggy, but this is where you draw the line?" The logic is insane. And the way Bill acts around Peggy, dude is giving off straight-up thirsty vibes. It didn't even look like he was joking. It looked like he was dead serious. Honestly, at this point, it feels like not just the women, but even the men in Arlen gotta keep their distance from Bill. After that, he actually tried hitting on Dee Dee Hill. She just ignored him and walked straight out. Bro, that's some next-level humiliation right there. This man is doomed to be single. So after all that, do the other characters notice Bill's creepy behavior? Oh, absolutely. Hank just shakes his head like,
Dang it, Bill!
Boomhauer calls it out in his mumbling way. Dang well, Bill man, always creepin'. Dale? He's too busy bugging the government to care, and sometimes he even makes it worse. And Peggy? She knows Bill's obsessed, but mostly just rolls her eyes. Basically, everyone sees it, they just treat him like that one sad, lonely dude in every friend group. The difference is, this guy has a PhD in lying. Now, look at the difference between Dale and Bill. Dale is weird. He spies on everyone, plants bugs, hunts aliens, basically Arlen's low-budget FBI. But when it comes to romance, he's surprisingly loyal. Even with Nancy cheating on him, Dale still treats her like a queen and never chases after anyone else. Bill, on the other hand, man, Bill is a certified creep. He chases after other people's wives like there's a free beer giveaway. The guy literally stole Peggy's full body cast and sat at home playing Boggle with it. Bro, that's not a hobby, that's an obsession. And when Peggy failed to sell her energy bars, Bill marched straight onto an army base to sell them for her. Dale is weird, sure, but Bill? Pure certified creep. That's why audiences laugh at him, but also cringe hard, while Dale just walks away as the funny weirdo.
Shut up, Dale!
If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe.